What's up, gang? What is up? Finally on. Finally on. Sorry about that. Looks like you guys have been here for a while. Okay. I should have checked that earlier. Maz is in the house. Badigan's in the house. Rotunda's here. We get the gang here. Mark Brown, Quadruple H. What's up, my man? Martino Yankees all day. What is happening? Balling with ACs here. Clifford. Molly, hello. 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 How are you? Who else? Billy Branch is in the house. Sean McNally's in the house. Look at the gang here, man. The gang is in the house, man. I love it. Welcome, everybody. Happy, what's tonight? Tuesday night. Let's see if all yous are still on. Tom's here. What's happening? What is up, everybody? What is up? We're at the bottom of the eighth. The Yankees are up 10-4 after they just put up a 5 spot in the in the seventh inning. Thanks to a big part, thanks to Anthony Rizzo's moonshot to put them up 8-4 from 5-4, a 3-run bomb he hit. Judge I had a 2-run bomb in the first inning too. His 22nd, his major league leading 22nd. Boy, he is definitely playing himself to a big payday. That's for sure. Stephen London's in the house. How are you, my friend? Ryan's in the house too. What is good? LeMahieu's a beast, and it's actually nice to see Gallo get a couple of hits and Hicks get a couple of hits. The bottom of the lineup, which, it's nice to see him get a couple of hits. Jinyan's in the house. Edward Rosario's in the house. Frankie Diaz, what is good, brother? I can do a potential trade video for the Mets, huh, Frankie Diaz? All right, let me see what I can come up with. They're pretty freaking good. But I'll do a potential, maybe a couple of trades that they could do to put them over the top for the season. Let me see what I can come up with. And I want to make sure it's good. So, man, give me a few days, buddy. Scotty's in the house. Edward Rosario. Let me actually, before I forget, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Trade video Mets deadline. Trade deadline video for the Mets. Okay. Writing it down in my little book here so I don't forget. I'll put that in the queue. Toby Sanchez is in the house. Alan White is in the house. Make sure you smash that like button when you get in here. And before you leave, please hit that like button. It's really helpful to the channel. So the city of New York owns the 2 best records in baseball. Yankees are 39-15 and Mets 38-19. Unbelievable. Crash, almost like a collision course. Phew. I got you covered, Frankie Diaz. Who else is here? If I missed anybody, Douglas Leonard's in the house. How are you, my man? Right now, Judge is definitely playing himself to the MVP favorite. That's for sure. He's definitely got the lead. So, Gio Urshela. The Yankees the Yankees have been sloppy today defensively. They really have. So, unfortunately. So hopefully the Yankees will clean that up. And I said this, the Twins are a first-place team, so this is not going to be a cakewalk for the Yankees. Their bats are definitely waking up today, and it's nice to see some big clutch hits and some other guys not hitting. But I'm not handing this series yet to the Yankees. Just, the Twins will come back. Twins will come back, so. Yeah, Tampa Bay's up 4-1 on the Rangers. It stinks. They're going to tie a series now, too. Ugh. Come on, Rangers. Let's get to the Cup against the Avalanche, man. Judge, Alonso may be in the NL. Maybe, I'm not sure. Joe Madden, yeah, he, it just was no longer a fit. Toby Sanchez, would I trade Judge right now? Yep. Yep. My position's not going to change on that one. Do I see the Yankees trying to trade for Soto? Probably not now. At least not at the deadline. Maybe later, but not at the deadline. Someone who posted a video about how they need to do whatever they can to keep Judge. When I said the Yankees should trade Judge, you'd have thought I tried to poison his dog. Sheesh. Right? Right, Billy Branch? I'm one of the few. Actually, I don't know other. I don't know any other YouTuber, Yankee YouTuber, who has actually proposed trading Judge. I think I'm the only one. People think I'm absolutely insane. Why are you so obsessed about the Rangers? What are you talking about, Jinian? Let's not start trolling, dude. Let's not troll. This is a New York fan page. Rangers are a New York team. So Mazda seems more like the organizational issue. Yeah. Judge would bring back a boatload. Yes, he would. Judge might end up getting a 9-year for about 300. He might, Frankie Diaz. He might. Somebody will give him 9 or 10 years at probably 36 per, because he wants 36 per. So somebody will give it to him. Trout's falling off the table. He got pulled out of the game today for a tight groin too. So he's not exactly healthy right now, Trout. So Verdugo scored first and single. Angels. Yeah, the Angels are in bad shape right now. Bad shape. So Trevor Hauver. I forget. Trevor Hauver. Let's see this. Trevor Hauver. Trevor Hauver. What's so good about Hauver? He's a high A player in the Texas Rangers system back for. Yeah. He wasn't good. He wasn't great back with the Yankees, but apparently now he's whatever. Who cares? Yeah, Hauver and Glenn Otto. That's right. Otto back to us too. Hey Molly, how are you? Welcome back. Toby, yeah, I mean, look, the fact is, like, the main reason I say trading Judge has to be an option is because he rejected the extension offer. Okay? He rejected the extension offer. So, and I said that from the beginning. I said, if he's going to turn down a big money, you got to consider trading him. It's that simple. So, bad again. Our high school hockey going on our boys team. It was Linda Cohen. Yeah, pretty new field high school. Oh, that's pretty cool. Bad again, 7-7. It's pretty dope. Yes, Billy. I mean, it just goes to show you that it just takes a lot more than 2 superstars, too. It's not like basketball where you can have 2 superstars and relatively get in to the playoffs, maybe even go a few rounds in the playoffs. But here is a different story. Whole different ballgame. But yeah, it stinks that they have 2 of the most exciting players in baseball, and they're not surrounding them with enough weaponry, to help them win. It stinks. So, yeah, Donaldson just had a ball thrown at his head. You don't want to lose Judge and get anything and not get anything. Exactly. He will walk. And I mean, if he gets to free agency, in my opinion, he is gone. He's gone. So, that's just my opinion. Toby, dude, yeah, I mean, right? I mean, it is what it is. I mean, again, it's just my opinion, but I think if he hits free agency, dude is gone. And at that point, it's a 50-50, like a lot of people are under the impression already that the Yankees are either going to win the World Series or lose. First of all, they have to get to the playoffs, and then they have to go. They have to go each round and whatnot. And a lot of people are under the impression that they need, like, Aaron Judge is their only path to winning the World Series, and I disagree. But whatever, it is what it is. Judge can join the Angels. He can join the Padres, the Giants, the Mariners, Dodgers. So, but I think he's going to go to the highest bidder. So, do I fault the man for wanting to cash in? Absolutely not. It's just one opportunity. So, can't fault him for that. But, you know what I mean? He's a victim of a late service time clock. And that stinks. So, Brian, I have a mic for outside. Sometimes the background noise gets a little bit in the way, but I'll use the mic in my outdoor videos. I'll put it out tomorrow. I'll put it back on. We had a couple of mic issues recently, so I don't want to get interrupted on a live stream. So, but I'll work on it. I'll put a mic out tomorrow when I do the video. So, thank you for the heads up, dude. I appreciate it. Make sure you smash that like button, guys and gals, if you haven't done so yet. Freeman last year, championship, then walks. The common wisdom is that there was no chance either. Yeah, exactly, Word Lifer. Exactly. I mean, Pujols left, Cano left for big money, huge money, right? The Yankees offered Cano 7 years, 175. He took 10 years, 240, $65 million more from the Mariners. And if anybody thinks Judge is going to leave 50, 60, 70, $80 million on the table and come back to the Yankees, that is never going to happen. Ever, ever, ever. Never in a million years. Not nowadays with the superstars and wanting to set the market and make bigger. Not going to happen. The agents would go nuts. Scott Boras, forget it. Boras would call collusion and blah, blah, blah. It'll never happen. So, and I don't want them to be those ugly decline years, just like Mass is saying too. Exactly. It's crazy. Bill 37 Lee. Yeah, I mean, believe me, I hate to see Judgy go too. But the fact is, he made a business decision by turning down the extension offer, and you can't fault him for that. But that doesn't mean the Yankees can't make a business decision too. So, but you're right. Yeah, keeping him now and letting him walk from out, they could help him this year, but it's going to hamstring him for several years. And again, it's still a 50-50 crapshoot whether the Yankees go to a World Series and win it, even with him here. So that's the other thing. It's raining too, Jason. Yeah. That rain, dude. You could see us getting Frankie Montes, making a deep player from him, getting the World Series after beating the Astros in the championship game. Then Gallo becomes the World Series MVP. I mean, it'd be kind of nuts, Sean, but anything's possible, right? I think Stanton will be the right fielder next year. I do too. Yeah, well, exactly. Look what Cano did in these last. Cano was just a disaster. And now the Mets got him just to get Edwin Diaz, and they just ate his contract. They're eating $50 million for absolutely no production at all. So, it's terrible. It's terrible, but that's just, contracts like that are not a good idea. So, again, especially at 31 years old. Dude, if they got Benintendi and Frankie Montes, that would be huge for the Yankees. Huge. Naugatuck Valley. Oh, nice, Jason Long. Nice. Can't fault him. No, you can't fault him for cashing in, man. Can't fault him, man. This is his right? He's earned free agency. You got to respect the man's choice. But again, I think people need to respect the Yankees' choice too, and not just call him cheapskates and blah, blah, blah for not wanting to give him $350 million at 31 years old. I think the way Judge playing right now, he's going to get 350. Yeah, probably, Toby. Probably. I think he's definitely going to get 300 plus for 9 or 10, no doubt about it. So my prediction is the Yankees get a starter and an outfielder and look at free agent market for probably. I mean, I know Trevor Rosenthal had his showcase today, Mazza. He was up to 95, 96, but he got gassed. His off-speed stuff was in the mid to upper 80s. He looked sharp early on, but he got gassed. So he needs to get in baseball shape, obviously. But the fact that he got up to 95, 96, that's an encouraging sign. Connecticut. Nice, Molly. Nice. Gallows niches to play right field. Hit 30 plus. Well, yeah, I mean, exactly, LT in Japan. Exactly. Niche is one thing, production is another, right? So, don't see Stanton as the same leader as Judge. Neither one of them is a very vocal leader. So, neither one of them is a very vocal leader. Gotta respect Judge for betting on him. Yeah, sure, man. Absolutely, World Lifer. Absolutely. Give him props, man. Give him love for betting on himself and playing well. Yeah, you have, man. I've just been talking about Trevor Rosenthal for a couple weeks now, man. What's my biggest stat to look at? I look at on-base plus slugging, OBS. OPS, on base percentage plus slugging. Yeah, OPS, WAR, whether he's played a full season or not. And it's just a lot of things. The ability to stay healthy, a consistent pattern over several years. So a couple different things. Stanton isn't DHing as much next year. He doesn't need to DH as much. He plays better when he's in the field. So I also see, well, I don't know. I see Gallo going by, but I'm not sure about Hicks. His contract can be very hard to move. Even though it'll be, if he produces again, it's a team friendly deal. But I don't know. We'll see about Hicks. We will see about Hicks. So, now let's get those likes up. Let's get them up. We're at 28 right now. Can we shoot over 40 quickly? Let's see if we can do that. Rosenthal, Shelby Miller. Yeah, Shelby Miller got released like 2 weeks ago by the Yankees. They did throw fire, man. Rosenthal, I was surprised. Rosenthal was hitting 96 today. So, we'll see. Babbitt and K Raider, great casual. Yeah. Yeah. Stanton's underrated in the sense that he does have a pretty good arm. He's clutch in the postseason. I mean, he hits the ball so hard. He had a 2-run bomb today, just like Judge did. So, and when he's hot, he's unstoppable. He's unstoppable. So, but I love that he's clutch, absolute money in the postseason, Stanton. So, when Judge made his judgment on what he was worth and what he would accept, remember the expectations weren't they? Well, that's true too. That has been a real twist in the plot. I mean, it's somewhat of a twist. He's not the only one contributing to the Yankees' run. They had the best starting rotation in all baseball, so he is contributing. He's not the only one. But asking for 360 for 10 years is a lot. Is a lot. So, and if you think about it this way, let's just say he wants 36. He wants Trout money. Let's just say the Yankees give him 8 years at 36. That's what 288. That's still $72 million short. You think he's going to leave $72 million on the table? Not in a million years. If somebody offers him 325, he's going there. Whether it's Texas, what doesn't matter. Cincinnati, Milwaukee, Colorado, doesn't matter. He's going to go if there's that much of a gap in money, he's going where the money is. He's not going to stay and give the Yankees a hometown discount, nor should he have to. So, but the Yankees, shouldn't be obligated to massively overpay the guy either, right? So, we're in the bottom of the ninth. We got one out. Okay, we have Polanco's up, runner on first. Ron Marinaccio's on the mound. So, bottom 9. Strike 1. 0-1. Yeah, it's just it's a money game now. Well, Rizzo playing it. Yeah, if he doesn't opt out, yeah. Matt Blake, yeah. Matt Blake and Dylan Lawson. Mad credit to both of them, Toby. Mad credit. They have done a phenomenal job. So, Phillies they hit 2 home runs and they went back to back off Josh Hader tonight. He hadn't given up a run in a year. His ERA was 0.00, and he just went back to back on him, which is phenomenal. So, and they're coming out of their nasty streak. Like they fired Joe Girardi last week. The freaking Angels fired Joe Madden today. So it's like a week of the Joes getting fired. It's unbelievable. So, which is nuts because 2 Yankee assistant coaches are now managing. Rob Thompson's managing the Phillies, and Phil Nevin is managing the Angels. 2 former Yankee coaches are managing both these teams. It's crazy. So, 1-2 lifted, 2 outs. Gallo has a cannon for an arm, by the way. He's made some serious throws tonight, serious assists. So, got a cannon. Judge goes to a team simply because the team is the highest bidder. He'd come to regret it. Remember, yeah, I think he would, Billy. But if a team is that far away, he's going to go. I don't see him leaving 70, 60, 80 million dollars on the table just to stay with the Yankees. I would be shocked if I saw that. And generally, that's highly discouraged in the baseball world, especially with free agents and superstars. That's almost like committing murder in free agent contracts and stuff like that in baseball. So, it's true. It is true. Looks like Joe was the problem. I mean, he's no longer became a fan. I said this earlier because I said, like he did a great job with a small market team like Tampa. And then he moved up to Cubs and he moved up to Angels. There's no guarantee that moving to a small market, you can have the same success in a big market like the Angels. Just like Moneyball, right? Billy Beane had a success in Oakland. There's no guarantee he could have done the same thing in the Bronx. It's just different environments. Ground ball, game over. Yankees win. 10-4, baby. Jameson Town did not have it today, unfortunately. And but the fact is they won 10-4. 7 straight wins. 7 straight freaking wins. Unbelievable. Balling with AC, baby. Yep, I'll take it. It wasn't pretty, but they hung in there and they extended that lead with that big home run by with from Rizzo and clutch base hits. Drew a lot of walks today, key walks. They had a good eye at the plate, so a lot of good things. Moving runners over, stealing bases, hustling, and a clutch hit. So that's a good one. And again, the Yankees are on a roll right now. I mean, it's a good chance. I mean, they could win the series tomorrow. Obviously, it's a 3-game series, and then the Cubs come to town. So Yankees could have a nice little run over the next week or so. They really could. But then you get the Blue Jays and the Rays, and again, the second real test. So, and neither do I secondhand. But yeah, Tyone is the league leader. He's 7-1. 7-1, man. He didn't have it today, but you know what? It is what it is. Jack C. Rather give Judge a 5-year, $300 million. Oh my God, $60 million per. Now that's money. Rizzo signed a 1-year deal with an option for next year. Essentially, a 2-year deal with an opt-out. 2-year, $32 million, 16 per with an opt-out after the season. So that's what it is. The Yankees, Yankees are the first team to 40 wins. They're 40-15, 25 games over 500, man. I love it. Love it, love it. And make sure you smash those like buttons, guys and gals. Let's try to get over 100 as quickly as we can. And Rizzo might leave, but I'm not worried about that right now, Shinyan. I don't need to worry about that right now. And Girardi probably has one of the highest baseball IQ. Girardi's he's a smart baseball mind, right? And but I agree, he can be rough around the edges, and I think he needs somebody to balance him. I mean, Madden was a player friendly. And Boone has a lot of Madden in him, with the player friendly kind of attitude and mindset and whatnot. So, but Madden's also a smart baseball mind as well. So, I mean, was he there with the Cubs when they won the World Series? Or was it David Bell? I don't remember. It might have been him. Yeah, Tyone only lasted 4. His pitch count was up. He gave up runs. He was just getting hit. So, and I think Girardi needs to evolve a little bit. I think he'll wind up getting a managing gig somewhere else. But I think he'll go into the color booth for a little while, do some baseball commentating. So, if Rizzo leaves, DJ moves to first base. Yeah, I'm pretty confident of that too. So, yeah. Yeah, Madden. So Madden was the Cubs manager when they won the World Series in 2016. So there it is. Tampa Bay tied it. Tampa Bay. What's the score, Jason? Long. Yeah, baby. The Yankees won, baby. What is good, Rob R? What's good, baby? Wayne J. Yeah, so he was managing the Cubs when they won the World Series, so they bet big on him, and he signed big with the Angels. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, and he also had a great team with the Cubs. I mean, he had everybody. He had Rizzo, he had Brian, he had all the guys there. So it's nice. Yeah, Madden will be good in the booth. Him and Girardi's good in the booth too. So, and I would honestly, if the Yankees win the World Series, I think he'd stay. I think Rizzo could stay. So I really love what he's doing here. It's fantastic. So, would you say that Joe Torre was player friendly? I would say that he was for the most part. He was more player friendly to the guys that were serious. I would say that. And there was a loyal group, a very tight knit group of guys, and he had his guys, right, that he loved, and guys that he didn't love, and that's kind of the way it was. He knew his limits, he knew his boundaries. He had really, really good guys around him, from Mel Stoudemire to Don Zimmer. Like, he had great coaches around him who had great experience and knew how to kind of run that team full of strong personalities and good veterans and good young players. Plus, he had multiple Hall of Famers on his team, so that's a big time benefit. And that's the way I look at it. Sean, Sean, it's very well run. What's going on, Tyler Talbot? What's good, buddy? Series, yeah. Tampa is tied with the Rangers 2-2 games, so we'll see. Yeah, great win by the Yankees, 10-4. I mean, talk about even on days where, again, Tyone didn't have it. Marinaccio pitched well. Wandy Peralta pitched well. Like, the guys just came in and pitched well, right? And it's important to have these guys. And like, I was hoping that they would, bring in like a Michael King, but they didn't have to. He saved them another game. And Lucas Licky came in and threw an inning and 2/3 of clean ball. Wandy threw an inning in a third, a clean ball. Marinaccio threw 2 solid innings. They didn't have to use Holmes. They didn't have to use Michael King. They didn't have to use Castro. Like a lot of the big dogs, they didn't have to use them. So now they're fresh for tomorrow. So it's a good thing. But that's 7 wins in a row. FG's in the house. What's good, man? What was Rocco calling Judge and Stanton? I'm not sure, Sean. That's a good question. Yes, we did score runs, man. It always helps. And again, the starters, at some point, they're going to get hit. They're going to get hit. It's just part of it. So, but he got the win. He's 7-1. So, Yankees are now 1 run away from leading the league in run differential. Yeah, man. Yeah. Molly, I appreciate that. It's all right. I'm confident the Rangers, once they come, I think they come back home now to Madison Square Garden. So I'm hoping that they pull it off then. I mean, Tampa Bay Lightning, I think they were the last year's Stanley Cup champs. They were really good. So I wasn't sure the Yankees were going to get past this round, to be honest with you, but we'll see. Well, we got a trade here from Mazza. The Royals get Andujar, Torres, Wisniewski, Waldichuk, Bro, Garcia. The Yankees get Barlow, Benintendi, Merrifield. Oh my God, that's a nice trade. That's a nice trade. They need me over on John. Boy, why do you say that, Ryan? They got a lot of good dudes over there. I think they got a good thing going on. You think they would like somebody like me, Ryan? I don't know. I don't think I'm everybody's taste, especially with the shirt I'm on. The Suck It Trebek from Jeopardy from Saturday Night Live. Rangers in 6 be phenomenal, bro. Florial's good, but his offense hasn't translated to the major league level, unfortunately. So, Andujar leaving his home. Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity, but he still has to. His bat hasn't caught up to the major leagues yet, unfortunately. So, Sean, yeah. I have pain in my left foot, so if my phone dies, it dies probably because I'm gonna have to get an X-ray. Get my therapist look at it tomorrow. You gotta be careful, ball, when they see. Hopefully, it's not something bad. So be careful, man. Baby Cashman. Appreciate that, Gordon. Yeah, Licky got the win, man. Held them in when they could, 161. Cool. I'm bringing my Babe Ruth team to the Bronx on June 29th. If anyone else is there, let's talk some baseball. Oh, that sounds awesome. Bill 37 Lee. That's cool, man. Islanders fan here. I hate the Bolts, but I hate the Strangers more, so I love the outcome. Hey, don't be too mean to us, Russ. All right? Don't be too mean. Florian might be done. Yeah, he might be. I mean, it might be. It all depends. I mean, honestly, it depends on what happens in the outfield and whether the Yankees are going to do something with their pitching. They don't need a catching upgrade anymore. It really depends. I mean, there's several moves that Cashman's going to have to make one way or another, and I'm pretty confident that he does that. So, Jinian, I think Hickey's trade bait in the offseason, not right now. I think at some point there'll be a platoon between Ben Workfit and Jose Trevino starting in 2023. Lefty-righty combo, several years of control each. So, that's the way I look at it. But that's in 2023. I think Hickey will be around until then. And, I'll be on tomorrow night, Lung, no doubt. I'll be on tomorrow night. Judge has a good arm. Stanton has probably the third best arm. Gallo's arm is better than both of theirs. So he has an absolute rocket for an arm, Gallo. So I have this feeling that Cashman's going to go in and make a blockbuster at the deadline for someone we never saw coming. Russ, I would not disagree, and I would not be surprised at all. What's your gut telling you? I'm curious to know what you think. Smash that like button, folks. Smash that like button if you don't mind. Ballcap Sports he has a good channel. I really enjoy his stuff. Jay's fan. He's got had a theory about Gallo that he was adjusting his batting stance to try to make more contact, and it was a huge fail. He would never bat. I mean, I don't disagree. I really don't. Stanton might be. He might, but depends on if they get somebody. If they get an Andrew Benintendi, then he won't be shifted to the left field. So, Gallo needs to be brought to AAA. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that either. Hicks doesn't have an arm anymore either. And it doesn't seem to be hustling to the ball either that gets hit in the gap, which is a very frustrating thing to see. Trevino, another chicken parm, baby. Trevino was a magical move by Cashman. I'm with you 100% on that, brother. 100%. But he ain't happy. Yeah, he would be, but he will be more expensive than Benintendi. Benintendi's a free agent this year. Happ is not a free agent, I think, until 2020, 2024, 2025. So he would cost more, but he's an elite defender. Benintendi's a really good defender too. So, that's the way I look at it too. My gut's telling me Brian Reynolds from Pittsburgh would be phenomenal. Or Ketel Marte, he would be a good idea too. But Brian Reynolds would be the big, huge get. You plug him right at the top at leadoff and have him play center field. Yep. I understand the frustration too. He's being deprived of opportunities to play, even when he deserves them. So I would be giving him more opportunities to play. Gallo's good defense. Gallo's, I mean, he's a frontline defender and a frontline arm. He's just been hitting like he's playing as the Bad News Bears, and he's coached by Billy Bob Thornton. So, 26-1 after scoring 5 or more runs. That's awesome. Oh, we got some more trades here from Massacre too. Padres, Torres, Waldichuk, Wisniewski, Garcia, Gilbro. Yankees get Snell, Gore, Grisham, Victor. Wow, that's a good one too. Jeez. Ball and AC, where's your left foot pain? Is it top? Is it the bottom? Where is it exactly? Let's just say hypothetically that they trade Aaron Judge to the Dodgers. I know I'm going to get shit from people. I get both from all people all the time, but let's just say they get Gavin Lux and I don't know, Tony Gonsolin, a pitcher, right? Or Dustin May coming off Tommy John, whatever. Or a pitching prospect. And then they take Gavin Lux and they flip him because he doesn't really have position here. He's mostly infield, plays multiple positions. You flip him to Kansas City for Andrew Benintendi, and then you try to get Scott Barlow back. Rather than having to boost the Yankees a lot of top prospects, you can get Lux, flip him there, keep the pitching prospect for Judge, and then you add a different type of prospect to Lux, and then you try to get Barlow and Benintendi back here. Because the Royals are not going to want to, they're not going to go big with a Benintendi contract. But Lux has 5 years of control left. You think they wouldn't do that? I think they would be very intrigued with a trade like that. So Lux would have a better fit there than he would here. And again, Benintendi would be perfect. And they would offset the blow of moving a Judge. And if anybody thinks that Cashman won't make other moves after that, they're nuts. He will make several moves if he trades a star player. Yep. But I'll just leave it at that. That was what I was thinking about today, Alexander Gordon. So, yeah, a trade and flip. Yeah, that was kind of a trade and flip too. But give it to us, Mazza. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Judge will leave New York. I don't think he will, but it's got to be considered since he turned down a big extension. Yeah, Lux is lefty, just like Benintendi. Why do you say we're cooked, Alex Gordon? Why would you say that? That wouldn't be the only move he makes. Everybody knows that. So it's the bottom of your foot. Is it like your plantar? Let's just say this is the middle of your foot, your heel, ball of your foot. Is it here, your plantar in the middle? That's your instep. It could be plantar fasciitis. If it is, get a baseball and just roll your foot over it with hard pressure. It can loosen up some of the fascia, some of the scar tissue on your foot. It doesn't feel great, but it would help the bottom of your foot. Benintendi, I think, would be a lot of fun in pinstripes, Billy Branch. Oh, dude, that Rizzo home. Hey, Daily Dose, what's happening, dude? The Rizzo home run was epic. It was absolutely phenomenal. What a clutch hit. What a clutch hit. Like, they needed it. It went from 5-4 to 8-4 at that point. So, yes, sir. Good to see you, Daly. The Yankees have enough money for so. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Would they do it? I highly doubt it, but yes, they do. And I agree, too. I don't think Soto goes anywhere unless he's balled away with an offer. Udel's in the house, baby. Not as good, Udel, my friend. Morton's in the room. Oh, boy. Sorry about that, ELT. Take care of these feet, folks. Take care of these feet. Yeah, and Hal does cry poverty, and I said that doesn't really have much credibility, but he does it anyway. So he doesn't care what we think. You know, he's in the business of making money, and he makes that pretty obvious too. Are they going to get rid of Gallo? Bob, it says your questions is your guess is as good as mine. Either at the deadline or before that, or they just let him walk. They give him a qualifying offer, and then they let him walk. You know? And Rizzo's defense is elite. Mets are losing. Good. Good. Smash that like button, folks. We're almost at. We're not far from 100. I'll try to get over 100. 72 likes. LA Dodgers, Judge, Andujar, Wisniewski, Waldichuk, Garcia, Wells. It's a lot. Yankees get Gratterall, Lux, May, Cartay. Oh, man. And then they flip Lux, Torres, Sigler, Vargas to the A's. And then the Yankees get Montez, Muncy, and AJ. Wow. And they get Puck, too. Dang. So they would actually keep Gratterall, which I would love, and May and Cartaya. And also get Montez, Muncy. Well, that's what I'm talking about, Mass. I like that trade and flip. I like it, baby. I like it. School is ending and ready to watch movie. Yes, sir. Well, I hope you had a good school year, Daily Dose, and I hope you're ready to enjoy a nice summer too. But yeah, more post-game live streams, make more videos. Yes, indeed. Rangers. Yeah, I know. It's disappointing that the Rangers series is tied now 2-2. DJ got on base 5 times today too. Oh, by the way, to the Yankees content creators, the guys that have a channel, I'm going to. Trade deadline's August 2nd. I'm actually going to go live that day, and usually the deadline's at like 4 p.m. I'm going to go live at like 11 a.m. and just go all the way through, like 5 or 6 hours. And any of you guys that have channels want to hop on, you can hop on and stay on with me live. I have some other people that are going to come on with me, and we could just be all on together if you want, and we can do live. I'm going to put out the live updates on whoever gets traded and this and that and whatnot. So it'll be essentially a live feed of everything that's going on. So. But if you're interested, you let me know. It's going to be August 2nd, the trade deadline again. I'm going to go on like 5 hours early that day, and it'll be freaking awesome. So, it'll be freaking awesome. Mazza, thanks for coming on. Good trades today. I like that last one, bro. That trade and flip, man. But you're the man, Mazza. I appreciate your contributions as always, man. Yes, sir. Have a great night, man. Dominguez and Andujar for Reynolds. I think you have to. You have to do that. If you can get Reynolds for that, you kind of have to do that. So, ELT, I'm not sure Cashman will make moves in June. Maybe a low-key one, but he tends to be ridiculously patient. He waits to the last minute when it comes to the trade deadline, much to our frustration. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know. That could change. That could change. Yeah, Daily Dose. All right, you're in. Good. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set it up and so that you guys can just hop in whenever you want. You'll be on screen with me, and we'll go over. We can discuss what happened already that day, and we'll be able to feed people in live about what's going on. We can go over all the stuff too, so it'll be nice. Yeah, Sanchez wasn't defending that well tonight, so behind the plate. Correa returns tomorrow. Yeah. He's back. Well, that is what it is. At least they took the first game without him. Have a great night, Chicken Parm. Thank you, as always, for coming on and spending some time with us. That's the praise the Yankees won. Check this stat out. Since 2002, including playoff 113 again and 38 against the 20. It's crazy, Tim King and Jones. That's absolutely nuts. 110 and 38. My God. Wayne J, it's good to have you on. If you're not subscribed, any of you not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. So I don't want you to miss out on other stuff, live things, lineups, recaps, whatever, breaking news. I'm always gonna have stuff for you. So if you haven't done yet, please do so. It's really helpful, and I hope you enjoy it. Got new Sanchez, never good. Yeah, no kidding, Udo. You're not wrong about that. Mets won the series against the Dodgers. Yeah, secondhand. That's a good baton. Yeah, that's a good point. It's possible. Gary Sanchez had a bad day. Yeah, I know. Really, I know. Oh my God, he wasn't great behind the plate. I know. It's kind of nuts. He said Andujar should get traded. Yeah, I mean, he asked for a trade, so let's give him his wish and try to get something back from him, even if it's adding him to a package for a different trade or getting him I don't know, pitching prospect back or whatever. But don't keep the guy around if you don't if he doesn't want to be here. Let the guy have an opportunity elsewhere. Honestly, Yankees are my guy's kryptonite. Yeah, they are, Ben. They unfortunately are. So Sancho. I agree with you too, Ballin. I think it's a DH at this point, Gary Sanchez. So Urshela is playing pretty well. It's kind of typical, solid across the board performance at the plate. I mean, at third base and when he's at bat. So the Twins, in my opinion, are getting what they need in this trade, and the Yankees are getting what they need. So it's that simple. The Yankees are getting significantly improved defense, swag, attitude, some better hustle. Like they're getting what they need, and both teams are at this point at a win for the trade. So, yeah, is what it is, right? Ryan Jeffers at catcher, so I hear that, Ben. I hear that, man. Urshela can play second base. He replaced Donaldson. Yeah, he can. I'm not exactly sure he will play second base, but yeah, he's good at third, no doubt about it. But yeah, you're right, Jay. The Yankees were sloppy today, very, very sloppy. So, yes, indeed, Udo. Yes, indeed. Do we have another trade here? Dominguez, Clark Schmidt, Volpe, ooh man, and Miggy, and two lower prospects for cash for Brian Reynolds and David Bednar. I'd love those two. I'm not exactly sure you'd have to give up Volpe and Dominguez for that. I would keep Volpe and maybe add two other. I'd add like an Oswald Peraza or Trey Sweeney and an Everson Pereira or something like that if possible. But Russ Constantine, if you can get Bednar and Brian Reynolds from the Pirates, that's probably as good of a trade as you're going to get elsewhere. I mean, I talked about Benintendi and Scott Barlow from the Royals, relief and outfield. This is relief and outfield. It's just that, to me, like probably the best relief outfield combination you can get in a trade. So that package you're sending is close. I think might be a little aggressive, but it's. I think it's close. I don't know about Dominguez's stock being so low. He's hitting pretty well right now in the minors, and he's hitting pretty well. Yeah, I mean, took advantage of lackluster. Yeah, they did, Ben. I got to give him that too. And that's that type of team last year wouldn't have done that. I'm glad they're doing it now. That's the type of blockbuster I think. I mean, that would be a huge blockbuster, Russ Senior. Huge blockbuster, and that would be freaking awesome. Salute, you Elvis, to you too, man. Yeah, I'm not worried. Sanchez is no longer here, so whatever they do with him is what they do with him. So, and I'm pretty happy the Yanks did not sign Correa either. So there was so many people saying they didn't sign Correa, they were going to suck, be a fourth place and a fifth place team, how terrible Cashman was, and blah blah blah. Whatever. So prospects are only unscratched lotto. Ooh, I like that, Russ. I like that unscratched lotto tickets. That's a good one, dude. That's a really good one. And yeah, it sounds like Correa will be back and he'll be activated tomorrow and be back in the lineup. So Dominguez after slow. Yeah, Dominguez has heated up pretty well over the last 2 or 3 weeks. Miguel Sano, I think he is on the Twins. Yeah, I might be hurt though. 3 absolutes in life. Death taxes and Sanchez not holding baseballs. You're pretty spot on there, bro. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I'll take Gallo walking and hitting some crappy singles over striking out 3 times a game. That's for sure. So, J Lo to King to Bednar to Holmes would be fire. Oh, it would be ridiculous, right? Absolutely ridiculous. You add a Bednar in there, man. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yes, and I was on the IL. And he's got power, but as long as he's not playing us. So, yeah, I mean, that was a decent opposite field single by Gallo today. I'll give him that. But the fact that he's getting on base a tiny bit more. Just it's nice to see some life in his bat, right? And Hicks some life in his bat. So I'll take that because they've been very, very just offensively terrible the last couple, the whole season. So and Luden's here. Hey man, what's happening? Yeah, we're seeing life in Hicksy's bat, and to a lesser degree, life in Gallo's bat. And hopefully they'll continue. They'll continue that path on that path. So that's what I'm saying. And Luden, oh, you like that? I had some salt and pepper going on too, but I cut it. But I might grow it again. But little stuff coming down here, the chin action. I appreciate that, Luden. It's good to hear from you, man. Good to see you on here, bro. Got 96. Oh, let's hit those like buttons. Let's get over 100 on them likes. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like. Smash the hell out of it. Stomp on it. Punch it. Whatever. Hicks has a higher batting average than Rizzo now. Does he? I'm surprised. Got less at bats, though, but I'm surprised. But Rizzo's contributions are, not to be ignored. Not to be ignored. So Rizzo, yeah, Rizzo's been money. He's been absolute money. So here we go. This stuff again. Get rid of these people. Hide user on this channel. Guys, get out of here with this stuff. My goodness, these people. With these trolls. Yeah, we got Nasty, the mustache tomorrow. I'm ready, Tyler. I'm ready, Peter. No, I'm ready for Nesta, baby. Yes. Amen. Luden, it's good to have you, even if it's for a couple minutes. A few minutes, Luden is better than no minutes of Luden. So it's good to have you on here hanging out with us, man. It's really, really good to see you. Yeah, Benintendi would be nice here. He really would be. He really, really would be. So I think Nestor and Cole are both Yankee aces. I personally don't care who's the ace and who's not. We have 2 ace level pitchers, and and guys that are just almost 5 ace level pitchers. So I don't really care who's one over the other or whatnot. So they're both pitching like aces. Yeah, Ben Myers. I know this spam is ridiculous, but yeah, when a channel starts to grow, you get this stuff. So my apologies for it. Try to zap it out as soon as it comes in. So yeah. Rizzo's definitely a pro hitter. A pro hitter. So Benintendi can play left. He can play a little bit of center. I would keep him left for now. On the left-handed side, good contact, good defense. And he's postseason tested with Boston too. So I would definitely, definitely be looking into acquiring him. And Ender Inciarte, they signed him on a minor league deal. I don't know why the hell he's not on the 40-man either, but it'd be nice if he got an opportunity. I don't know why he's just toiling around AAA. What's my playoff rotation starting for in what order? Cole, Cortez, Severino, and either Monty or obviously or Tyon, depending on. I might go Monty for now, just because to get that righty lefty thing going on. But that's probably what it would be. Brian Barrett, excuse me. Yeah, he can play center, but he's ideally in the left. So, do I think they'll go out and make a splashy trade? My gut's telling me they probably will, Punky. That they probably will. So, and these trolls are just get out of hand, don't they, Udall? So, it's all right. We'll zap their asses. It's all good. The fact that Monty is our number 5 is massive. Yeah, man. We just have a crazy deep rotation this year. It's really good to see. It really, really is good to see, guys. A lot of great pitching. And I noticed something the other day when any of them are warming up before the game, they all go out there together and stay with the pitcher, their rotation mate, while he's warming up in the bullpen. And then they all come down to the field with him. It's kind of cool. You have this whole really tight-knit family thing going on. So it's really cool. Yeah, he's a pro, man. He's a great veteran. Mets are down 7-0. Nice. Well, that's the thing too. The Twins don't have the starting rotation that the Yankees do, so they're going to be at a disadvantage one way or another. And so I think they need to boost that starting rotation. Don't be surprised if they go out and get Frankie Montez. To me, the Twins are a dark horse. So are the Tampa Bay Rays, a dark horse for Frankie Montez. It would suck, but I'm not ruling out anybody right now. Anybody. I don't think it's a smart idea to rule out teams. So, yeah, Cortez has never gone over 90 innings. So that's what I'm talking about. Like getting extra pitcher, an extra starter, and a reliever would probably be a wise idea because Cortez has never gone 100 innings. Severino's coming off several years of control. And the last time he's thrown like at least half his season was 2018, coming off a long-term injury. So we have to be careful with those two guys. And even Tyon to a degree, he could be injury prone. I want to be pushing these guys to 180, 200 innings just yet. It's dangerous. I don't want these guys getting hurt. So we're got 87 likes, only 13 away from 100. German's back soon. I think he's back in July. We'll see what we can get from him. Zach Britton's coming back at some point too. But we'll see. We just don't know what we're going to get from him. Zach Britton, whenever he comes off an injury, he tends to take about a month or so, or 3 weeks or 4 weeks to get back to his old self. So I take that one with a grain of salt. And even Chapman with Achilles tendonitis, we don't know what we're going to get from him either. So, which is why I'm in favor of them getting a reliever and a starter. So, reliable ones if they can. That's the way I look at it. And then you still have guys like Manny Banuelos, you got Sears, you got Clark Schmidt, Michael King, guys that can throw multiple innings anyway. So I think that I still think that the need to add pitching is at a premium. Do I think if a team is pushing for a playoff spot that needs a closer, we'll trade Chappie? I'm probably leaning towards yes. I think he would probably move him now. It's going to be a free agent anyway, but I think Clay Holmes has kind of taken over the closer role. So that's the way I look at it. And he's just been producing a hell of a lot better at the closer spot. So I don't like messing with something that's working. So that's the way I see it. I wouldn't hesitate to move Chapman. Glad we got rid of Jason Shreve. Isn't he over with the Mets? He said blah blah blah, not signing Corrigan before a place team. Yeah, exactly, Lung. I mean, they said, we don't sign Correa, Yankees going to be last place. This, if they didn't get, it was on and on, right? How bad Cashman was, how terrible he was. They're not doing anything and blah, blah, blah. And meanwhile, look at them now. Best record in the American League with, 2/3, not to 1/3 of the lineup for the most part, not doing anything for most of the season. So, it's a good sign. And to me, the only thing they can do is fortify it at this point, right? Add some reinforcements, add some depth, and get better. Try to fortify those weak spots, Tree cabin for water cooling. I feel more confident going into tomorrow's game, not just with Nestor, but the fact that King and Holmes are, yeah, exactly, Peter. They're all available. What they use today? Look, you use Wandy and Marinaccio. That's it. Aside from, obviously, Tyon. But all their big dogs are available tomorrow. They really are. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Banuelos is only up for a cup of coffee. Yeah, we'll see, Russ. I would you use him for as long as he's up here. Use him as long relief. Let him throw 2 innings, 3 innings. Give us some depth. Why not? If they trade him, they trade him. But they might as well. So, and I'm with you too, Matt. I think Andujar, obviously Herman might be trade bait. Herman's gonna have to show that he's healthy first, though. I don't think they'll move him one way or another. Stephen London, have a great night rest, man. We'll have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow on the next time. So, yeah, 40 and 15, man. It's unbelievable. Unfreaking believable. So I would avoid Chris Archer, but that's just me. Exactly, that's what we heard. Not doing anything, we're 4th placing. How many times do we hear that, Bone? From so many of these social media GMs and the geniuses. Kept hearing it. These geniuses who think they know all and other people don't know, right? Stop for, claim to be the only ones telling the truth, which is total baloney. Total baloney. Yeah, the starting pitching, Tyler, has been the biggest surprise, the most pleasant, most definitely. I didn't think they would be playing this, well this far into the season. Again, they're going to have their bumps in the road. I get it, but they're still going to be really, really good. Have a great night, Matt Peter, and we'll see you tomorrow, man. Does Volpe come up and say maybe he's got to get promoted? I think to AAA first. He's got to keep forcing his way up. So there's a decent chance. Otherwise, he'll be at spring training fighting for a roster spot next year. Boone must learn to put relievers in to get work. Well, that's true too. Get these guys somewhat regular work to keep them on some type of rhythm. You know what I mean? Just rotate them in, rotate them out or something. But yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, all these guys should be able to throw at least an inning. So, yeah, Boston's pitching. They're playing well. And I'm not sleeping on any American League East team. I'm not. I think they need to go all the way. And they got to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They got to go all the way with this. So, yeah, Hicks looked better today. Could be bad pitching too, right? So, even Gallo took some key walks. So I'll take that too. Some plate discipline, which we haven't had in a while either. So I'll take that too. Confident saying that I wouldn't go that far and saying not you, Ball, but there's some folks on here. I'm definitely not referring to you, but exactly. I mean, I know a decent amount, but I'm not going to claim that I know it all, or if people disagree with me, that means I'm right and they're wrong. That's baloney in my opinion. But there's so many people out there, particularly some other content creators that are of that mindset and spread that word. And to me, it's just not productive. People that were calling for Cashman say, yeah, man, they were calling for his head, his ass, they were calling for everything, right? He is, dude. If he gets fired one day, he'll get picked up in 24 hours. So, and this is a completely different game now. So, he's gonna be fine, Cashman. Yeah, I mean, obviously, Blake gets the lion's share of the credit, but I still, credit Alan Lawson for just more disciplined hitting across the board. They both deserve credit for their roles. They definitely do. Braves are on the both side, yeah. Yeah. Red Sox have some new personalities and whatnot, so it's, yeah. Matt Blake for president. I'll have to come up with this moniker of the rotation there. Yeah, I mean, it's just, that's the thing. I think adding some depth would be a wise idea, so that if the rotation has to slow down a little bit in terms of innings, that they have enough protection in there to make it easier to do. So instead of just running these guys until they get hurt, which I think is the worst thing they can do. So some Yankee fans and opinion leaders are just too, yeah, well, that's the other thing too. Way too much emotion and completely ignoring a lot of facts and logic and common sense. It's just, but a lot of Yankee fans are just passionate people. So I understand that too, as are we. So, well, they definitely need to make trades. Matt's saying with you 100%. Playoffs, you're facing different teams. You're going to face fortified, stronger teams in the playoffs who have made trades, and Yankees are going to need to do this too. And I'm of the opinion that it would be a wise idea for Cashman to strike first in certain areas and then just move on to something else instead of having to react to other teams' trades and not having the players that are available anymore in order to put themselves in a position to go all the way. Balling all day. Oh yeah, no doubt. Whiskey time, people. Have a great night. Go get have a couple of beverages for us, Brian. Have a great night. And I too agree. Trevino's that guy. And Brett Warfed, I'm not sleeping on him either. Both young guys. They have 3-4 seasons of control left, and I'm confident we'll wrap catching right now. These guys are expert defenders and pitch framers. That's something Yankees haven't had in a long time. Long time. Look at that, 93 in here, 93 likes. We're only 7 away from 100. Well, let's see. Phenomenal 5 relay with this. Yeah. we'll see how long they go for. I mean, it's they're definitely money right now. There's no doubt about it. So got to get started and pitch out of a pen. Well, that's the thing, Tyler. Like to me, getting starters to me are better prepared to be long relief guys than short relief guys are prepared to be long relief guys. So I'm with you there. Guy can start and pitch out. Yeah, somebody versatile, no doubt about it, Tyler. Well, that's what I was like saying. What if you go to the Reds and try to get Luis Castillo and Luis Sessa? Sessa plays multiple roles. His versatility is key, and then you add a starter with Luis Castillo. But if there's any way you can get a Castillo and Sessa here in a trade, that's something you got to look at. You're boosting both sides, and that's a good thing. So, and yeah, I mean, we've been critical of Boone on here, Russ Crown Senior. So I want to give credit where it's due to. It's a heck of a managing job he's done this year. Even when a couple of decisions here that people don't like or whatever, he's done a hell of a job managing this year with this team. So I'm really happy with Boone. I'm happy with what Cashman's done this offseason too. And to me, the Yankees' job is like probably one of the hardest jobs in sports, to be honest with you. So his job is not easy, Brian Cashman. Not a little bit. New hitting coach has been way better than Marcus. Yes, Matt Dylan Lawson, 100%. Different hitting philosophy, just different insights, different experience, trying new things. And Matt Blake, too, has been genius on his end. Absolutely genius. Yeah. Just shows that it's best not to shoot off the mouth. Yeah, exactly, Sean. We gotta be patient, But I get Yankee fans are again passionate people. People jump off the cuff. They'll get emotional. They get angry. They'll wear their a lot of us wear emotions on our sleeves, and I totally get it. Totally get it. So, but I don't like making all these early season declarations and blah 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 because you never know what's going to change. So, Lou 0923, what's happening? Britton he's long tossing from 120 feet already, so I expect him back probably at the latest in August, and then he'll have whatever time to kind of maybe try to ramp things up and try to put himself in a position to make the postseason roster. Otherwise, he's done. And I agree too, Russ. You got to have super thick skin to play well here, and to manage well here. 100%. This is the Bronx. This is not Colorado. This isn't Tennessee. This is the Bronx. New York will eat you alive. There is nothing like New York. Nothing as it comes to sports fans. Baseball, forget about it. Hell no. Yeah, 7 games up. Sounds no nice on the Jays and 8 on the Rays. That sounds so beautiful, Tyler. Yeah, Writings. I hope he comes back healthy. He's a good one too. Inside. I did not see that, but I'll say this, Ben Myers. The Astros scare me as one of the more formidable opponents of the Yankees. They're right behind them in terms of team ERA with Justin Verlander back, and they frighten me. They have some names on there that you haven't really heard of, but they're a team that I think they can make a playoff run. They always make me nervous. Always. Yeah, not over to the family. You're right about that. It's definitely not over yet. Yankees have to go all the way. We got 99 likes. We got one more to 100. I hear you, Matt, saying nothing better in baseball than the Yankees are playing great. Oh, God, yeah. There's nothing better than having our Yankees in first place playing great baseball. Thank you so much, everybody, for the 100 likes. It's greatly appreciated. I will wrap it up shortly as well. We've been going on a lot longer than I had planned, but just a good time having a chat with you guys and gals. And I see some new voices, just some new names on here, so I want to welcome everybody too. Yeah, Joe Madden, Joe Girardi. It's like the week of the Joes getting fired, right? What's next? You can't say a cup of Joe anymore. They're gonna fire Joe. It's gonna be a cup of Tommy now. What's going on? Yeah, I think they no longer became fits there, the Philly and the Angels. So I'm not surprised. So, but it is what it is. I trust politicians more than the Astros. And that's saying something secondhand. I hear you though. I hear that. Meaning Joey Gallo is gone. Everson Pereira, Medina, and Andujar for Hap. Pereira, Luis Medina, and Andujar. That's probably a representative trade, Peter Manishi. I'd say it's probably close to what it would take to get Hap. Mm-hmm. Yeah, young guys that can contribute 100%, man. 100%. Oh, yeah. Joey. Yeah. It's like the week of the Joes, man, or the month of the Joes, I trust my sister more than the Astros. She brought a book to a football game. Oh, man. Wow. That's pretty intense, balling. All right, let me wrap this up. Speaking of the Astros, a funny thing happened to outside Minute Maid, the 2017 World Series. Damn. You know what? I heard it, but they deserve it after what they did to the Yankees and the other teams. Yeah. Russ Crown Sr., thank you so much, man. I appreciate that, man. Well, yeah, exactly. And this is opinions vary here, Russ Crown Sr. I get heat from people on both sides, but it's important that we make it clear that all opinions are welcome. As long as people are respectful to each other, all opinions are welcome here. It makes the channel better. But there are some channels that don't like other opinions and will just attack you if you don't agree with them. So that's not the place for here. Okay, we don't do that here. Welcome healthy debate. Sometimes it can be heated, but it's all good. It's all good. You know what I mean? So that's what makes this channel awesome. I think so. It's a fantastic community. I love this gang here. We got the best. The 161 here is on top, man. We're gonna stay there too. So even the two Utes, the two Utes. That's right. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Hopefully, I'll see you tomorrow night. Yeah, man. Passionate community, well knowledgeable Yankee fans, baseball fans, sports fans. We talk football, basketball, hockey. Like we talk the works, man. And we're all cool. And that's what matters the most to me. So, but have a great night, everybody. Peace and love. Over and out. See you tomorrow.